Okay, TV back here is probably part 12, I'm assuming. I think it is. Sometimes I lose count. I'm going to show y'all how I make putty, or filler rather, to fill holes in wood. This here is wood shavings from my chainsaw. That's all it takes now, or sawdust, but I'm going to, I gotta find something here to mix it in. Let me find a can or something that I'm going to throw away that I don't give a crud about. A cup. Yeah, right over here's a cup. Cool beans. Dump that out there. Alright, I'm going to dump them. Yeah, putty ashes, wood chips over in there. Now, what I'm going to do here, let me pull this knife here out of the way. This one's mine. See what I mean? I put two sides usually on like this, and you can do it this way, but it leaves the metal here showing gaps in it and stuff. It's amateur, Bushman knife, amateur. But I made his a little fancier since I'm doing this with my brother-in-law, and I want him booing it, not the family. I'll get that cut in a second. What I'm doing here, I'm cut this KFC Colonel Sanders cup up. I don't have a better need for it right now than what I'm going to do here. I hate cutting paper of any kind with a damn knife, but it'll do it. I don't cut meat, it's such a big ass knife. Okay, don't spill your shavings. That won't help me. We don't need this. Okay. Now all I need is a stick. Something like this. We're going to fix this up. What's made with it? I'm going to show you what I got behind here. Oh, I'll tell you, it's cramped in here. I'll be glad someday I get to build me a shop. I gotta have a shop instead of my kitchen. Okay, we're back here. Like I said, just wood shavings. Don't put nothing else in there but wood shavings. And what I do, you can do it however you want, it's your business, but the way I make this putty, I take some maple glue or any kind of glue, it can be super glue, but I'm gonna put a little bit of this glue over in there. And what we're going to do here, I don't need all of it glued up, but I'm going to mix up a little bit of this. Watch this. Mix that around until it sticks to this deal here. That's fine. Sticks to my stick. I wish I'd had a thinner stick instead of that one. Well, maybe I do. Hang on a second. It's not very strong, but it may not need to be. Where I'm going to put this, what I've got in mind, I'm going to put this super glue and we're going to fill in this handle. Let's watch this. Super glue and wood chips. Well, tape glue actually this time. I use super glue too, but in this case I think tape glue is going to work just fine. Watch me smooth this up. It don't take very much fill actually, but I'm going to cram it tight because I want it to be smooth inside there. And that's why I need this smaller stick here, because I'm going to work that all down in there good. And I want this to fill that up. See how I'm doing? And when that super glue dries, that sawdust will be packed down in there good. Anywhere there's a hole or something you need to patch or fill, this is the way I do it. Poor boy wood filler, and that's oak wood chips, so it's got some hickory. I cut up a pile of stuff back here out of the same pile, so I imagine it's oak and hickory, it don't matter. But we're using this, like I say, for a fill, and I can sand that off later, but right now I need to get a little bit of this. Oh, come on, where's the rest of the crap? Go ahead and break it off that one. like that stick anyway. Lay it down in that cup. I knew the top part of the cup turned handy until I throw that crap away. Where is it's already dried out there. I don't need much, but I need a little bit to kill the top of that knife. These here chips may be just a tad big. What did I do with the cap for that? Oh, here it is. Keep that hate glue from drying out. Hate glue, you can use it for making shoes. I'll show you a series on when I make my moccasins. Sometime I'll do that. Show you how to make shoes if you can't afford any. Moccasins work fine. They're not the best for all terrains, but most people live in the city and moccasin will be fine for what you do, depending on where you live. Just too big. Not to get down in there. Get some glue. These chips here are too big. I'm gonna have to go out and find some finer sawdust. It's alright with the handle. Got it all fitting up in there nice. We'll let that harden up dry. A little super glue down in there probably. We just did good. I ain't got super glue, but hate glue. Why I keep calling this super glue when it's hate glue. But it don't matter. As long as I can get these holes filled with a hole on there. Now, let's see if we can work some sawdust down that bigger hole. Or chip. I'm with you. That much. Push it down there. Yeah, put it even out there. I want to feel it, not pull it out there. Okay. Pardon my language, folks. I get a little excited sometimes. Things ain't going so well. Nevertheless, I try not to curse too much. It don't do any good. It's the wrong thing to do. And you never know if a child's watching and I hate that. Well, should I say something bad? Cover the child's ears. They hear worse than what I say, but I don't need to add to it. Okay, now, I'm going to let this sit up here and dry. That ain't going to take a look. It'll have to dry overnight. But it'll be tomorrow before I can get a belt sander anyway. And see what I've done. It looks kind of like oats down in there. It's filled that little hole where it split out there so wide. Now it won't show. And that away glue, if it bubbles up there, I'll sand it off with a belt sander. It's going to hold good, and I'm just going to let it sit right there. I've just built a knife handle. This knife looks a little bit funky down there on the bottom edge, but that's quite all right. I believe you'll be happy. You can see I built a saddle for your hand to sit down in. That's going to be pretty good. Not bad. Go ahead and grip it like I was going to use it. That way I can push it down in there a little more. Yeah, that's it. Look at what you want me to do. I won't touch it again. Get that back down in there. Sometimes you just can't get stuff to work out. No matter how hard you try. It's filling up down there, but it's good. Good, 7. I'll keep that until I get that full. And then this way, he'll never know that I had the bottom open on his knife with the other hand. Never know I drilled some through, but you have to. That's the only way you can get it on there. I'm serious. Yeah, it just wasn't going all the way through.